Good morning, everyone. Thank you for your patience. We wanted to make sure we had all of our ducks in a row for this last exciting press conference for the McAllen Holiday Parade. Thank you all so much for being here at this really cool place. I think we can have our office here. My name is Xochitl Mora. I'm the Director of Communications for the City of McAllen, and we are here to announce some very special stars, some big stars and some small stars who will be part of this year's McAllen Holiday Parade. I do want to recognize some of our very special guests and of course our hosts here at L&F Distributors, Bobby Caso and Natalie Garza. To all of our media partners who are here, thank you so much. We really could not do this without you. You're helping to get all this information out to the community so they can get excited and informed about McAllen Holiday Parade and Christmas in the Park, so thank you all. And of course to Steve Elanius with McAllen Chamber of Commerce. And we do have with us some of our directors with the City of McAllen who are all intimately involved in this project, and which makes it such a great event for our community. We keep it safe, we keep it secure, we make it fun, and in a little bit we'll be hearing from the Chief of Police, Victor Rodriguez, who's here with us as well. And thank you to Assistant City Manager Mr. Joe Vera and Assistant City Manager Ms. Michelle Leftwich for your guidance on this as well. I would now like to bring up Bobby Caso and Natalie Garza to talk about Budweiser and L&F and what they're doing this year with McAllen Holiday Parade and Christmas in the Park.
Thank you. Thank you all for being here. Today we are proud to announce the return of the majestic Budweiser Clydesdales to the Rio Grande Valley. The Hitch is famous worldwide for their appearances in parades and television broadcast. Now, set to make the most important appearance yet at the McAllen Holiday Parade on December 2nd. We're excited about that. Additionally, we have two lucky residents of the Rio Grande Valley will get home visits from the Hitch Clydesdales. During their stay in the valley, they will do that. You can enter by sharing your selfie with hashtags This Bud's for You at all HEBs and Stripes in the valley. So we're very, very proud of having them here, and you know, L&F and L&F family, the Mantillas, work very hard to always try to get the Clydesdales here. It's something that's heritage. It's you know, means a lot, quality of the product that Anheuser-Busch makes for us. And it's just, you know, goes back in December 5th, Prohibition, 1933. That's around the corner, so hopefully we're all celebrate and have a cold Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Bobby. As you can see, this is a life-size sample of the Clydesdales. So if you have not had a chance to see these horses up close and personal, they're truly majestic animals. And aside from appearing in the McAllen Holiday Parade, they will be housed at Christmas in the Park starting on Friday night, December 1st at 5 p.m. So take the little ones. These are just amazing animals, and they can see them a little bit closer and get a feel for how big they are. So thank you once again to L&F and Budweiser for bringing the Clydesdales down and being a sponsor of this event. We'd also like to now talk about our other stars who will be joining us. And these are a two-legged variety and a little bit smaller than the Clydesdales, but just as impressive. So our first star is actually a native here to the Rio Grande Valley. An up-and-coming actress in her own right, Rio Grande Valley's own Manely Cepeda will also be part of the celebrity lineup. This 10-year-old San Juan native first shot to fame in this summer's comedy movie, How to Be a Latin Lover, starring alongside Eugenio Derbez and Salma Hayek, and holding her own. So she's currently filming 2 films, and this will just be the beginning of Manely's celebrity appearances. So we're really excited to have her. And then our other famous star, also small in stature but big in reputation, is returning by popular demand fan favorite Guillermo of Jimmy Kimmel Live. He has been a permanent nightly cast member after performing so great in the comedy bits for the show. And of course, Guillermo has been part of the McAllen Holiday Parade and just loved being here, and it was a great reaction from the crowd, so we were really excited to have him back part of the parade. Some of the details regarding the McAllen Holiday Parade are, of course, what we want to inform the community about, keeping everyone safe and secure, and how to get to the parade. And so to talk about a little bit about street closures and security, I'd like to bring up McAllen Chief of Police Victor Rodriguez. Thank you, Chief.
Good morning. You know, for a second I shut my eyes and I woke up and thought I died and went to heaven. I mean about the donuts, the donuts here. As you know, many of the City of McAllen departments have been working really, really hard to make this year's holiday parade a success. There are many people here, and there are many departments and personnel not here today that have been really working tirelessly to make this happen. I know Joe Vera is here. Now Joe Vera dedicates his time with the City of McAllen to make sure that we deliver a quality parade to South Texas and North Mexico, for that matter. And I want to make sure that we acknowledge some of those departments. I know the Parks Department is working. They're holding meetings this morning as we speak. The Traffic Department, the Fire Department, Transportation, Public Works, Code Enforcement is here. Code Enforcement will have some people out there, and many other department personnel that will be there. Not to mention, last but not least, the McAllen Police Department. There are also many sponsors that make this happen for the City of McAllen and for South Texas, and to them we extend our thanks to them as well. Bobby, thank you for having us here today, and once again, thank you for this great parade entry. So one thing to be clear about for next week. Next week is Holiday Parade Week, and it's important. And I address this to our press friends here because it's important we get people in our community to start thinking about the fact that next week is Parade Week. And what that means for them is, it could be a change. It could be a change in scheduling, it could be a change in allotting more time. So therefore, beginning Monday, preparations for the parade will become more and more evident. It's important to understand that the parade site is Bicentennial from La Vista to Business 83. And therefore we begin, that's ground zero. And from that point forward, we begin, starting Monday, we begin building out. And by Saturday, 6 p.m., parades, it's showtime. So you may guess that between now and then, lots of things will start happening at or around what we call ground zero. Preparations mean increased traffic at or around the parade site that is. We urge all to be cognizant of these facts. Therefore, preparations emanate from and will progressively grow from there, from the parade site itself. Nolana is from Business 83, Nolana to Business 83 and from 23rd to 10th Street. That in effect is what we call the parade site for our purposes. We have taken many steps to ensure that we have a safe and secure event. We now ask our citizens, our drivers, and we ask everyone to take inventory of this and to exercise safety as well. There are a couple of variations to the parade event itself as it relates to the traffic and the things that we're talking about at this point in time. And that is, for example, we will have a barricade system this time around. There'll be some, so this year around, because we have the entirety of the parade route behind a set of barricades, we were able to purchase some barricades this year. We will, for the first time, be able to have the parade line integrity pretty well assured with barricades. So what that means is that pushes out the time that we have to prep the site for. So there'll be earlier closures, for example. So we announce that generally traffic control measures will begin to take place this way. Phase 1 will begin Friday on 12/1/2017. This will be Friday 4 p.m., and this will involve Bulldog, Tamarack, and Quince between Bicentennial and 23rd Street. So again, by Friday, although you'll see some activity beginning Monday, by Friday we start the road closures. And we realize that there is this is contingent on whether or not one of the McAllen schools has to play Friday night there or not. So this is something we have to manage between now and then. Phase 2 begins Saturday morning at 7 a.m., and this will be the closure of Bicentennial Boulevard from La Vista to Pecan. And Phase 3 then moves at 10 o'clock that morning, and then we move the closures from Bicentennial Boulevard from Pecan to Harvey, and then closes Pecan east and west. So now we have Pecan closing. At 1 p.m. Saturday, we will close Bicentennial from Hackberry to Business 83, and then at 3 p.m., we will close Bicentennial all the way to Houston. So Phase 6 is the entire close down. That'll be the last of the closures, and that will happen at 6 p.m., and that will involve an effective closure of Nolana Loop from 23rd Street to Pecan to Ware Road, and from Nolana Loop south to Harvey and on to 10th Street and Business 83. So there are a series of closures that will directly affect drivers in our city. It's important for our citizenry to understand that next week is holiday parade week, that they may need to account for more time to get to the airport, to get to shopping, to get things done. It's important for them to factor that in. The last thing I'll say is that we have been working with multiple state, local, and federal agencies to, again, deliver the security program that's necessary for an event like this. It is a huge undertaking, but we're prepared to do that next week as well. So with that said, I'm assuming we'll take some questions later. Thank you so much, all right? Thank you.
Thank you, Chief, for that very informative presentation and all you do to keep our community safe, and especially next week at the parade. That concludes today's press event. Thank you all once again so much for being here. Please stay tuned to our website, McAllenHolidayParade.com, and all of our social media handles where you can get continuous information. We have ongoing promotions and activities leading up to next week, including the start of the carnival on November 30th and of course Christmas in the Park. There's plenty of tickets available for both of these events and as well for the parade. So go to the website, go to our social media handles, get all the information, make sure you have your tickets, and we will see you at the McAllen Holiday Parade. Thank you so much.